Sea milk.
Yeah.
We're in a pretty gorgeous place
We
right
are.
now.
We're in a pretty gourd. Yes.
It's a bunch of betel nut trees down there.
Yeah.
You know, we've got some rice paddies. We've got some cool stuff we've been going through. Mountains. We're near the coast. You know, the sea's real near.
Yeah.
So we thought it'd be ideal for us to just continue riding and talking about our next exciting topic, which is.
You do this so often. You just point the camera at me and expect to know what I'm talking about. Here I am with it's like a gun pointed at your face. I don't know.
The fact of the matter is we do have a very long list of topics, but we're getting tired of talking about the sort of more negative political stuff. So once in a while we like to wing it and talk about something fun. And I think what we're going to talk about next is our best experience that we've had in China.
Okay.
Okay. You know, our most sort of like heartwarming, awesome, positive experience.
We have made that video.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
But that was more like, oh, I love that we met our wives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're going to talk, this will be more directly related to our lives in China.
Yeah, some of the
sucks.
fun things.
I'm so sick of this glove.
You know why he doesn't wear gloves sometimes? It's because he's lazy, and everyone's like, oh my god, you gotta wear gloves, but he's just too lazy to put them on. But at the same time, I don't blame him, because putting gloves on when you're sweaty and hot...
It's almost impossible.
Yeah. Anyway, let's hit the road and talk about this.
Okay. How heartwarming.
Yeah. One glove,
this
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's literally impossible. We're not stopping anymore.
Yeah, so just don't take your glove off next time.
I have to be able to touch stuff.
No, you don't. Like what?
I don't know why I took it off.
Yeah, it's lame.
Oh, to get my cold medicine.
Oh, it's like you couldn't do that with the glove on, I guess.
No.
Yeah, it'd be difficult.
One glove.
I mean...
Okay, let's go. Why weren't you doing that?
What, putting my glove on?
Yeah. I'm just being solidaritous.
Yeah.
Jeez, it is hot.
It is. I'm just hoping one day it'll just start, you know, without me having to kick it.
Hey,
oh, yeah.
Today was the day. Good luck.
Okay. Okay. Well, as everybody knows who watches our channel, we explore around China a lot. And some of my best, most memorable moments have been out in the rural countryside of China. Just how friendly and hospitable the people are out there, you know. And although a lot of our videos are negative and we talk about some of the bad parts and bad aspects of living in China, that's one part of China we're turning left here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that one. That
looks
one.
very wrong.
Not this one. It was that previous one. I think it's cool for us to go down there.
I like it. I just don't want to end up literally in the middle of nowhere by accident.
By accident. What if we end up in the middle of nowhere on purpose?
Now that would be fine. So let's go with that intent.
Yeah. Okay. So it's when you're on the rural areas and you just meet the nicest people.
Right.
Remember, like the biker guys that we met out in Hualien, for instance, on the side of the road. Friends for life, man. You know, you're just riding in the middle of the, I don't know, literally the middle of nowhere, kind of like this. And I saw these guys, you know, on the side of the road, basically eating a watermelon.
Right.
With
this
bikes.
is part of the show, by the way, so you guys can go check out Conquering Southern China.
You can see Conquering Southern China to see who we were talking about.
The whole scene there, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a little farmer.
Whoa, that was
yeah.
a little hidden.
We've got to turn right. Oh, no, next one. I like
sure?
these farm
Look at this
roads.
graveyard.
Yeah, some graveyards over there. Those are what Chinese graves look like, traditional ones.
Yeah,
interesting.
in case you guys ever wanted to know, they're right in front of us.
Yeah.
These mausoleums.
Yeah, mausoleum. You know, so I pulled over, said hi. Couldn't really speak the language that well, but you know, got on anyway. And the guys rode with us, invited us out, and you know, every time we're in the area, they want to meet up and take us out, and we have a great time together. You know?
And that was just from the side of the road, you know,
yeah.
eating some watermelon together.
And look, there are many experiences similar to that where I've just bumped into random people who've turned out to be such awesome people. Turn left here.
Do you remember the? This is one that we don't talk about often.
Yeah.
Do you remember the freaking reindeer people we met?
Oh yeah.
How easygoing were they? They were like, they reminded me of like Native Americans or something. She was
Well, they're
wearing
wearing the same kind of clothes.
Yeah, wasn't it weird?
Yeah.
And they're portly folk, and they like to eat.
Oh, look how cool it is out here, man.
Yeah, this is cool. But anyway, they were really special because they barely wanted any compensation for doing all this stuff, and we had a bit of a budget for it. I mean, nothing crazy, but we're willing to pay. And they actually, I was at the end expecting them to be like, well, it's going to be so and so money, because in China you can get taken advantage of as a foreigner, right? Look at these little cranes in these puddles. Anyway, you can be taken advantage of, and it sucks. But they were kind of like, wait, money? Like, what are you talking about? After they showed us around for like 2 days and stuff, and we got drunk together. Remember how shy the guy was? But he was super fun.
And then the boss of the reindeer restaurant kept posting in his moments like how proud he was of us and stuff. You know,
wasn't he sending like shirtless photos to you?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I mean,
he wasn't trying to be weird.
No, that's just it.
Remember those tourists that showed up and we had to like outdrink them or whatever?
Oh yeah, that's one.
Those guys
okay,
are super
but I mean, how
annoying.
about some stories that aren't related to conquering northern China or southern China?
Okay, sorry. Those are just, we had such a good time on those shows. And any time that we have a chance to talk about it, I just want people to go watch the show. It's so good. I think you guys will love it. If you like what we're doing now, you'll love that even more. Anyway, stories that stand out outside their shows.
What's this? A big sort of cantaloupe or whatever? Turn
Yeah,
right at
it's like a big cantaloupe, isn't it?
Sweet melon.
Hamigua.
Yeah, hamigua. Yeah. Sorry. Continue. You were saying? Yeah. Yeah. I've got a story. I'm sure I've told it though, and I don't want to be like that old guy who tells the same story a million times.
Then don't.
But you know, just in case a new subscriber hasn't heard the story, I get disheartened living in China a lot. You know,
yeah,
I think
me too.
we all do, and it gets to you because the nature of society there is so selfish and noisy and chaotic, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it wears you down, especially if you're a Western person from a sort of a Western country where you're used to being able to get some peace and quiet and, you know, having people being polite and stuff, you know?
Right.
So you have what we like to call China days or China weeks or whatever.
Right.
That means that you just kind of hate China for that day, or
right.
you just can't stand, hate's the wrong word, you just can't stand living there for that day.
I thought of my
that
story,
week.
so you go ahead.
Okay. And so I was having a China week, and I had some subscribers over, and I took them out for dinner to one of my favorite local restaurants. It was actually a Japanese restaurant.
Right.
And we were on bikes back then, you know, like kind of when I met you, I took you there as well, that same place, remember?
Yeah.
So we rode out there, like 3 or 4 of us. We actually get to the place, and it's closed. And I'm like, oh man, you know, came all the way out here and it's closed, and I'm really like in a bit foul mood.
Right.
So we get on the bikes, we drive down the road, and we stop at the first traffic light, and I hear the pitter patter of little feet, you know, running behind us, you know, like in slippers, like ta-ta-ta-ta. And it's the sort of manageress from the restaurant, and she's like, hey, we just saw you, like, we'll open up for you. We closed, but we can open up for you guys, you know?
Right.
And so we went back and had a fantastic meal and a fantastic experience, and it was that sort of, you know, like going the extra mile that you normally wouldn't get elsewhere.
Sure.
That really was a positive experience. And then, you know, that cleared up my bad mood, and I was loving China again after that, you know?
Right, that was like a dark period that turned light, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I have one. I never told this before.
Okay, cool. I know I've told that one before.
Yeah, that's okay. We got a lot of new people on board, and welcome to the channel, by the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do off-the-cuff stuff like this. This is not a planned topic, but I hope you guys are enjoying the ride with us, by the way. And seriously, it's probably been a while since we said this. Like, we've made quite a big subscriber base. There's probably like 50,000 of you that we haven't addressed and said thank you to.
Yes.
So welcome to the channel.
Yes, welcome to the channel.
Anyway, when I was in university, I feel like I don't talk about some of my jobs.
Yeah.
You always talk about your jobs.
Sure.
When I was teaching up in Inner Mongolia, I told you I was teaching that journalism class, but it was in English, right? Obviously, I wasn't teaching in Chinese.
Yeah.
And part of it was like ESL, obviously, like these university kids. But you know what the really special thing about that was?
What?
Was these kids were seniors, and I was probably 24.
Sure.
24 years old, so they're like 22. They're like basically my age, right?
Yeah, they are your age.
Which I thought was really funny. So here I am, like, my little professor,
Professor
you know,
tie.
dress up shirt and tie.
Did you have those
And,
like shoulder patches as part?
No, unfortunately.
I mean like elbow patches. Anyway, yeah. Continue.
I know a guy in Hualien University that used to have that. Anyway, I had a bunch of students, mostly females, and I always felt it's super stupid because I would have killed to be in an all-female class as a guy, right? I would have absolutely killed for that, but for some reason in China, there's like this big divide, like they don't hang out with each other. And so I had like two males in this class, and obviously I was much more buddy-buddy with them because I felt bad for them.
Sure.
And all these girls are vying for the foreign teacher's attention and stuff, and it gets to be a little tiresome. And you know, these dudes are like chill, and they're kind of like, they're probably a little, I'm not gonna say butthurt, but like, you got this teacher that all the women are fawning over.
Yeah.
And then they're sitting there like getting no attention from these girls, and they're kind of shy, you know.
Sure.
But anyway, I had this student named Jonas.
Okay.
His English was so bad. Like everyone could speak pretty good English. His English was so freaking bad. Like I swear his vocabulary was like 20 words, and he was like an English major.
Okay.
But he was literally the nicest freaking dude, right?
Right.
And so I only spoke Chinese to him, which was really funny because all the other students would come up and speak English to me.
Sure.
And we used to go out together, and he was the only student I ever hung out and drank with. Like, we used to get drunk as hell together.
Okay.
Like, and just go party on the town, you know? And it was super fun because he was almost my age. He's actually a little too old for his grade. I think he had to do a couple grades a couple times. But anyway, Jonas invited me to his house because he was local in that city in Baotou. And we've all been, I think you can agree with this, we've all been to Chinese people's houses for dinner and been invited over and stuff, right? But it was weird to be his teacher because I go to his house and they live in like a very normal house. It wasn't like when I visited Vivi's family or something where everything's really on edge and like I gotta make sure to let them serve themselves first and pour their tea and frickin' I'm not allowed to eat out of this dish yet. You know, that kind of crap?
Yeah.
Very strict Cantonese family. Anyway, in Jonas's family, I had so much respect from them. They're like, oh, you're his teacher, you know?
Yeah.
And his mom would spend like 2.5 hours like putting on the biggest dongbei spread you've ever seen in your life. Like, you know, fresh tomatoes with sugar on them and like yumian and like all this amazing lamb dishes, and the beer and baijiu and all that stuff and cognac, all that crap would be flowing like freely, and everyone's like chatting. Me and his dad were getting drunk together, and his dad was this tiny little man. He'd get drunk after like 10 minutes and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Like in his chair.
Sure.
But anyway, it was just, his grandma would come out and start playing the guitar, and like everyone singing together. It was like a normal family. And it wasn't like that on edge, like, what, I don't know if I'm breaking any rules kind of thing. Like, everyone was just getting drunk, having a good time. And it was, you know, watching TV and stuff. It was like a mirrored image of what I imagine, you know, like a laid-back, chilled family would be like in the West. And for me, I don't know, it was just really sweet because they would always invite me over, and they would always use this as an excuse. They would send me a text message and say, listen, I know how hard it must be to be away from your family and have a nice home-cooked meal, so why don't you come over tonight?
Nice.
It was just so nice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes me feel super warm, and I just love that. And I still talk to him once in a while. He's such a cool, nice dude.
That's a nice little heartwarming story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
don't belittle me.
I'm not belittling you.
You called it a little story.
Fun little story, you know.
Don't belittle.
It's a little aside.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I want to not talk about like, I got chased by the mob. Like, we talk about the most crazy stuff because China's a crazy place, but I wanted to tell something normal.
Yeah, I like that. That is nice.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
yeah, I mean that was a pretty fun little episode. We got to see some pretty fantastic scenery. For those of you who are unaware, we are currently on our way to Hualien on the east coast of Taiwan.
Right.
Now we could drop you a little kind of a general area, Google Map area, so you guys can find your way here if you're ever in Taiwan. And we're having a fantastic time, and I hope that you're enjoying this little journey with us. And you know, looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Have you got anything that you would like to say to our subs?
Whether you have heartwarming experiences and your friends belittle your stories or not, I implore you to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me and Winston in the comment section if you've been abroad, what was the most heartwarming experience you've had. We do read the comments. We read every single one.
Yeah, we do. Okay, and whether or not you tell these incredibly fascinating, epic stories of how you ate food at someone's house or not, we love you all the same. So, until next time, you know the drill. Stay awesome.
ADV China every Monday, same time, same place. Wednesdays, Lao 86, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, on Friday, just in time for a beer, Serpent today.